Hey everyone, we're diving into something pretty huge happening in the world of air travel. France has just rolled out a groundbreaking new law that's about to completely change the game. If you've ever seen one of those wild air rage videos and wondered what happens next, well, you're going to want to see this. Seriously, what is the real price for causing chaos on a plane? Is it just getting yelled at? Maybe a stern warning when you land? Or is it something a whole lot worse?
Well, let me tell you, in France, that price just went through the roof. They've launched a brand new system with consequences so severe, it could totally change how people behave when they fly.
So, to really get why they're doing this, we need to talk about the root of the problem itself: air rage. And this isn't just about a few troublemakers here and there. This has become a genuine global issue, and it's putting everyone on edge. I mean, we're talking about everything from verbal abuse and screaming matches to actual physical fights. Flight attendants have found themselves right on the front lines of this epidemic of bad behavior. And this wave of aggression, it's pushed regulators to a real breaking point, basically forcing them to take some kind of drastic action.
And that brings us to France's new rulebook. They have officially drawn a line in the sand. They've created a whole new legal framework that's designed to stop this disruptive behavior dead in its tracks. Okay, so here's the heart of it. This new decree gives the French Civil Aviation Authority, also known as the DGAC, the power to hand out penalties directly. What that means is they can act fast, really fast, without having to go through a long, drawn-out criminal court process. The whole point here is immediate impact.
So what are we actually talking about here? What are these penalties? Let's break down the real-world cost of causing trouble in the skies over France, because it gets pretty intense. For a first-time offense, get this, you're looking at a fine of up to 10,000 euros. That is not a slap on the wrist. That's a massive financial hit that is absolutely designed to make anyone think twice. And if you don't learn your lesson the first time, the price tag doubles. For repeat offenders, that fine can jump to a staggering 20,000 euros. The law is clearly taking aim at people who just don't get the message. But you know what? It's not just about the money. This might be the most severe penalty of all. For the worst offenders, they can be banned from flying on any French airline for up to 4 years. A 4-year nationwide blacklist. Think about that. That's a huge restriction on your ability to travel. And don't think this is just for extreme violence. These fines can be triggered by things you see all the time, like refusing to buckle up or getting in the way of the flight crew. And, this is so important to remember, these are just administrative fines. You could still face separate criminal charges that might lead to actual jail time. So you've got these huge fines and these long bans, but that's only part of the story. The real innovation here, the thing that gives this law its real teeth, is a new system designed to close a loophole that used to let unruly passengers keep on flying. So before, privacy laws meant airlines couldn't really share data about disruptive passengers. That meant someone could get kicked off one flight and just go book another ticket with a different airline the next day. Well, that's over. This new law creates a centralized government database, so now all French airlines can see who's on the blacklist and block them. That loophole is officially slammed shut.
So the really big question is, why now? Why such a dramatic, sweeping change all of a sudden? The answer, as it often is in the data. Yeah, this decision was driven by some pretty hard numbers. The French government was looking at these alarming statistics from major aviation bodies like IATA and ESA, and their reports showed a sharp, undeniable increase in unruly behavior. I mean, when some parts of the world are reporting an incident on nearly 1 out of every 400 flights, you can see why they decided they had to act.
This quote from the transport minister, Philippe Tabarot, really sums up their thinking perfectly. He said, "The safety of crew and passengers is an absolute priority. These measures are swift, fair, and proportionate." So in their eyes, this isn't extreme. It's a necessary and balanced response to a really serious safety threat.
So the bottom line here is pretty simple and direct. The era of getting away with bad behavior in the sky is coming to an end, at least in France. The message they're sending to travelers all over the world could not be more clear.
And all of this leaves us with one really fascinating final thought. France is the first major aviation player to put a system like this in place, one that's this fast and this severe. So as other countries watch to see how this all plays out, the real question is, who's going to be next?